Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cover the Spread here for Monday, June 23rd, 2025. Hey, if you're new to Cover the Spread, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Make sure you subscribe. And hey, if you'd like to click on that notification bell, that way you get notified when the newest video drops each day where we bring in those three plays. Hey, we got three MLB plays to start the week. We had a nice Saturday, swept the board. Hey, we finally swept the board. Maybe we won't be called the Three Stooges, as somebody equated to in the comment section below. But hey, nothing wrong with the Three Stooges. I know how to block the guy, folks, so we're good there on my side of things. So, as always, Sunday pending as we're shooting the Monday video. Hopefully, let's kickstart the week winner here with these three plays we got for you. Cover the spread. We'll get to the cappers, and then we'll get to the plays we got rolling here to start Monday. I don't know where to Al. How are you doing here on the Monday, Al?
Always feels good coming off a sweep. It's one thing to win a bet, but when we all do, it feels good. Knowing everyone that's watching got to follow three winners. So always feels good, and hopefully we end the week stronger.
Hey, so if you parlayed them up, you're even more happier. Woo! Nothing like starting a week with one of those. So hey,
even the parlay players hit it,
right? Even the parlay players got themselves a win. I don't know, Ramon. How you doing here, Ramon?
I never know if we win or lose until I read the chat.
Right?
Not sure. So yeah, ready for what a NBA season we had. Great games. Well, how the finish went. So let's just get into the baseball.
Exactly. Let's get into the baseball here on Monday's slate, and we're going to kick it off with the Atlanta Braves taking on the New York Mets here on Monday. This is Ramon's game, so he's going to get a start here with the Braves or the Mets here on Monday.
Yeah, maybe not quite a playoff atmosphere yet. I mean, two teams obviously with hopes and aspirations, and they should be better maybe than they are. But you got Spencer Schwellenbach going up against Blackburn here. Blackburn, former All-Star. He's been okay so far, a little bit up and down, doing some different roles with the team. He's kind of in the role of Kodai Senga's spot here right now. So, look, Schwellenbach, we know he's got strong numbers here, 3.26 ERA and 1.0 WHIP. So also 226 batting average against. It's been real solid. So I'm going to end up taking the Braves here right now. Blackburn probably still not running too deep. Like I said, he's kind of filling both a role as a starter. He's had some relief. He had a 4-inning relief effort in there as well. And he's allowed some runs in his last couple of outings and has an inflated ERA here. So he's not quite back into the form. He's really had to overcome some real setbacks with his health, quite frankly. So it's really good to see him up here. But look at some of these numbers that the Mets have. You got Nimmo 0 for 12 against Schwellenbach. You got Lindor 0 for 9. And Schwellenbach has a real strong history against most of this Mets lineup. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Braves here in this one. I got to figure Ozuna, Olsen, these guys will be able to hit Schwellenbach here. So give me the Braves here on the road at the Mets on Monday night.
Hey, head on over to Al to let us know what he thinks here in this one, Braves or Mets here on Monday.
Yeah, this is actually a game I was looking at and almost went with for my pick on the show. So obviously I agree with Ramon there. I obviously like the pitching advantage there, as you mentioned. Blackburn just hasn't been going too deep at all so far. And I think the Braves get to him. They're the hotter team coming into this game. Bullpen's been okay. Could consider the maybe Braves in the first 5, but I like the Braves money line and run line here. I'll take the Braves -1.
And for me here in this, we're going to look at it a different way. I'm going to take yes runs here in the first inning. No Nerfy. I think we've seen these teams play head-to-head already once this year, and we've seen 3 games. So Schwellenbach has seen the Mets. And guess what? In that game, there was a run in the first inning in that matchup with Schwelly going. And then with Blackbird going on the other side of things, hey, we've seen a run in that first inning as well with both these pitchers going. So this would kind of be like the tie break, but I think we see run here in the first inning. Who gives it up? We don't know. We'll see here in this one on Monday. Hey, that wraps up the first MLB game we looked at. Let's head on over to game number 2. We got Arizona taking on the White Sox here in this one. And for me, you know what? I'm going to take good old faithful with Shane Smith in the first 5. I like he got rocked last time out, so looking for a little bounce back here against an Arizona squad that we know, hey, they're on the extended road trip on to series number 3 for Arizona here. This is more kind of coming out of Colorado. It was a hot weekend. Lots of offense played over the weekend. You get some tired arms and bats from swinging and running around the bases. Did Arizona. Look at the offense they put up over the weekend. Now you come in and take on the Chicago squad that, yeah, Shane Smith definitely wants to bounce back from his last start out, and I think he gets it here. And Rodriguez going, you get hit or miss Rodriguez at times. But what we do get from Rodriguez is he loves to give up the long ball. He's given up on an average of a 0.8 a game this season. And then what else does he do? He gives up 1.8 walks in a game as well. So that's what he's been doing. He's good for at least 1 home run a game, or really dang close to giving up a home run a game. And we're looking at the first 5 here. That's all we need. We need a walk and a run, and boom, it's 2-0 Chicago. Smith deals his 5 innings and gets us a first 5 win here with the White Sox. That's what I'm going with. There you go. I kind of set it out, drew the map and the picture, and I hope that's how we get to it here on Monday. Head on over to Ramon to get us started. What do you like here in this one? White Sox or Arizona here on Monday?
No, you drew it up perfectly for me, the way I'm hearing you, Rod Edward. If you're good for a home run per game and you're a pitcher, that's not good. He's got that inflated ERA, allows over hit an inning as well, 76 hits, 11 home runs. Rod said it, man, 0.8 per game. Wow. So, look, I'm going to go over, I think, in this one. Eduardo, you're right. He's a real hit and miss. I mean, when he's bad, he's bad. When he's been good, he's been pretty darn good. That's the real Eduardo, it feels like, but we just haven't seen him with any consistency here right now so far with that ERA over 6. So Smith has been good. We've talked about him plenty of times here. Doesn't get that best run support. I mean, you figure you got 2.85 ERA and your team is 4-10 behind you. But White Sox are 21-13 to the over on the road. Arizona 21-16 to the over at home. Chicago, they're starting to pick it up a little bit with the bats here, and well, with these bullpen ERAs, I'm going to be able to get those runs on the second half of the game there, and I'm going to take the over in this one with Chicago and Arizona on Monday night.
Head on over to Al. What do you like here in this one, Arizona or the White Sox here on Monday?
Yeah, I got to stick to Shane Smith in the first 5 innings here. I wish I could go on the full game as well, but Arizona's been pretty hot coming into this one. So, and again, Shane Smith just 3-4 record. So it's hard to trust these White Sox on the full game, but I do think he gets them off to a good start. So I'll take the White Sox in the first 5 innings and probably leave the full game alone.
Hey, that wraps up the second game we looked at here on the MLB slate. Let's head on to game number 3. We got Seattle heading into Minnesota, taking on the Twins. This is Al's game. He's going to get us started here with the Twins or Mariners here on Monday.
Yeah, a team that has not been so hot is these Twins. Just in a real slump right now. Just can't get much going for themselves. And Brian Wu had been in a bit of a slump of his own, but he did bounce back nicely in his last start. And I think he follows that up with another good one here against the slumping Twins. He pitched 7 scoreless innings, giving up just 1 hit to the Red Sox. Brian Wu did in his last start. And going up against a team that's just, again, a complete mess right now. Now, Ober hasn't been terrible himself, but again, he's not going to score many runs for these Twins. So I like the Mariners to get the job done on the road here. I'll take the Mariners on the money line and on the run line. Good old -1 for me.
Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one, Seattle or Minnesota here on Monday?
Yeah, you heard what Al said, talking about Ober. More effective at home for sure. ERA under 3.5, and definitely limits the hard contact at home comparatively. On the road, not sure, but does rank also in the top 20% in low barrel rate at home. So with both these teams, with their, Seattle should have a better offense with some of the guys in that lineup, but on the road, it's just not always there. Wu has been pretty strong in some of these games, right? He usually goes a quality start, allowed 2 runs or fewer in several of the games, several of his starts this season with good control. And he had the start on May 30th, 6 2/3 innings, 3 runs, and 1 walk. So I'm going to end up on the under here. Minnesota's 14-19 to the under at home. And yeah, I like Ober's numbers much, much better at home. And I think Target Field is kind of a pitcher friendly environment right now. I know it's warming up here, but we have seen 6 of the last 8 meetings between the two heading into the series go under, and Minnesota had gone under in 5 of their last 7 games at home. So I'm going to go under here with Seattle and Minnesota on Monday night.
Yeah, and here in this one, I'm going to go under in the first 5, Ramon. I like a lower scoring one here as well. I like what we've seen from Wu in his last time out. I think he can deal here against the Twins squad that they're definitely seeing them struggling. We know this is what this Twins team does. They win games in bunches, and then when they're losing, they lose games in bunches. It's just what this Twins team does. Because I know you ride them when they're hot, and you get off them when they're losing. And until that card falls off, exactly like Al says, you just keep betting against the Twins in this one. But I like the under in the first 5 because you look at the numbers for Ober. He's actually been pretty good against Seattle over his last few starts against Seattle. 1 run, 2 runs. So I think he can deal here in the first 5 as well. I think all the fireworks come late in this game because you look in those matchups. What's happened? Ober's lost those things. He still loses to Seattle, even though he pitches a gem. Seattle still does enough late in those games to get the win. So give me the under first 5 here. Wu Ober pitchers duel probably be at 4. If it goes to 3.5, I still like it, but I'm expecting to see 4, maybe 3.5 here in this one. Even at 3.5, still like the under first 5. Hey, that wraps up the Cover the Spread to start the week here on the Monday slate. Let us know in the comment section what you think about these 3 games we got covered for you here today. I think before we head on out, quick little recap. First game we looked at, we got the Bravos going at it against the Mets. This is Ramon's game. He says take the Braves there in that one. And then we got the White Sox taking on Arizona. And I got Shane Smith and company with the White Sox in the first 5. And then we got Seattle here taking on Minnesota. This is Al's game. He says take Seattle here on the -1. Yeah, special to start the week here on Monday. Let's get it, everybody. I'm excited to start the week here. We could actually here cover the spread. As always, what are we doing here? Let's have ourselves a wonderful start to the week. And let's cover the spread.